again.
All right, I'm not pressing that button anymore.
Or hit it.
And we're live.
Until it stops, and then...
Well, there goes all the preparation.
I still have it. There we go. We're live. And we're live! Welcome to the 4th Radio Statler podcast. If we want to go quickly around the room and everybody can introduce themselves real quick, let's start with Johnny, because that's who I'm currently seeing just bug-eyed on the screen.
Johnny Christmas, CISSP.
All right, Nick God?
Cool. What's up? This is Nick God.
And this is Bastion on this side of the little thing.
Oh,
This little thing.
Yeah, this little thing that we call the interwebs. Yeah.
you got a house.
Cool.
Neo? I think Neo froze.
No, that's him. There you go.
Well, trust us. Neo's here. It may not look like it, but
He
he's actually here.
exists, maybe,
You
possibly.
have to take our word.
I think he doesn't want to admit that he's there.
I
And
think he
nobody
said
else is here.
he's a square.
Yeah, I'm sitting around here.
He's trying to do sign language for the whole episode. I don't think it's going to work very well. And I'm Beaches. Welcome to the 4th episode. I guess technically sort of 4.5, but whatever. What is that terrifying
What the hell is
noise?
It's 4.
Johnny, are you murdering a
We're
Furby?
done with the halfies.
Yeah, my mic on? Yeah. No, like every week I have to work on a project on a podcast, so.
So you're murdering a Furby.
No, this week I'm working on this quad rotor thing.
Well, move your camera down. Show everybody.
I just hold it.
You just held it up. All I see is the top of your head.
Me? That you see there? There you go. It's and I 3D printed this propeller guard for it. So hopefully it'll stop wrecking propellers. I don't know if that's what I'm doing.
All right, that's pretty nifty. Thanks for sharing. All right, so
I'm cleaning my gun.
Gross.
Is that a euphemism?
What?
no, he means in a very literal sense.
Yeah. Well, you know.
If he was doing it the other way, then we'd be banned from YouTube.
This is cool. Like, they chart for like, and they explain how to use it for like bicep curls, and how you do one weight on one side and one weight on the other, and then the chart's like the combined weight, but it says it does your forearm and your wrist because of the like way you're lifting the offset.
I'm very
It's a cool book.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm gonna assume that was Babs.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That was. Yeah. Well, I ordered up some dumbbells, like some 50 pounds, like adjustable dumbbells, and FedEx dropped them off at the bottom of my stairs. And so it's this 100-pound box that's down there, and I'm like, hey, the dumbbells are here, go get them. And then it didn't work out. And then like just put it in the living room.
Alrighty then.
Like been trying to unpack it, and it's been pretty funny.
Let me just tell you that the production quality of this podcast has done nothing but go up in recent episodes.
Honestly, this is one of the better ones that we've done so far. Except for that time where the train came through.
Case in point.
Most of it laughed. All right. So on this week's episode, we actually have like a kind of a plan here, which is new. So let's go around and do, I guess, hear me and Nick God yammer on about our Radio Statler projects and kind of where we're at with all of them. Nick God, you want to go first on some of the projects for Radio Statler you've been working on? I think he died.
Okay, cool. So I've been working on a couple different things. We stood up a
satellite like Singapore, where where you're watching the news and there's like an 8-second delay.
So yeah, we've been working on Diaspora. We set that up. We thought it was cool for like half a second, and then we were like, "Well, this is fucking retarded." So what we're doing now.
I mean, I still like it.
Most things on the internet are fucking retarded.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's cool, but it's kind of clunky, and it didn't really do what we wanted to do with it. Which was,
that's
like,
more
promote
what it is, yeah.
So we're looking at this framework called Buddy Cloud, which basically lets you build your own mini social network, and it's kind of federated, but it works based on Jabber, which is kind of cool. So we're still working on setting that up because my servers have worked about as well as this podcast, and so I've been having issues. But we'll have some more details on that going forward, and that's what I've been working on.
Have you made any more progress on your paging system?
No, I haven't even started that. I bought some modems though. That's all good.
Yeah, didn't you buy like a lot of 7 or something off eBay for like $5?
Yeah, something like that. I have a lot of modems. I don't know what to do with them all.
I have
one of them found its way into my bed, which is kind of strange. I woke up in the middle of the night one night, and they were like, "What the fuck is this modem?"
You gave me a bunch of these wireless N access points, like prosumer ones that I don't need. Anybody want these?
You are more than welcome to ship crap to me.
No, not if you're not going to use it. Like, I'm not going to weird, weird, junk collector IT guy habits.
Did I show off my tech closet last time? Is that what that jab is about?
I can't.
No. What?
What? Who? Like, why do you need 17 null modem cables? Like, people are crazy.
Well, just in case you lose one, man. You can never have null modem cables.
17?
17 is not enough. You need like 50. And then you can use them to hang your stuff.
Are you running like an SMS spam warehouse in your basement?
Maybe. Are you a cop?
I don't have to answer that.
Man. All right. So the Buddy Cloud stuff kind of. Yeah. So the Buddy Cloud stuff kind of ties in with the website. I went and I made a hierarchy of kind of what we think we need to have, like a page for each one, and then I need to talk to Stape. What I think we're gonna do is we have kind of the layout, like the hierarchy that we want for like the sitemap or whatever, and then we need to come up with like a theme, and then convert that theme in HTML and CSS into a WordPress theme, and then do a bunch of copy.
This sounds like something that already probably had a WordPress theme for.
The theme is ball sweat.
That's not what
Okay, I will make sure that we name the theme Ball Sweat. You got it.
But
done.
Spell it funny.
Cool. Good job. Cheers.
So.
Oh, cool. We have random people joining. Yay!
Who is this person?
No, that's what you get for
doing.
Who
are you, person? Yeah, I know. It's all good. Who are you, person? Announce yourself.
Nice. The heavy breather. Thumbs up.
Well, you stop.
I think Neo dropped.
I think that is Neo.
Oh, well.
Alright.
Okay, so the website for the archive, I have a manifest. I know that we're missing some audio stuff. Some of it has been cut and doesn't apparently has gone missing in action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in there, and I want to do. Sorry, they just posted a link in the.
Yeah, somebody should click on that.
Of all the things you shouldn't do, I think that's the one you should do. The
Peaches, aren't you running like a 286 with like Windows 2 on it? You could probably save.
Wait, do you want me to run? I can do that for the next podcast. I have a 286. I'm actually not kidding. I literally have a 286.
But you should click on the link.
I did. I did it.
I want to know what the link is. And if it's not like some elaborate Rickroll or donkey porn or something, I'm going to be really disappointed.
It now requires me to request access to the doc, which is he's spamming a non-public document, which is pretty epic.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Okay, so so yeah, I have a manifest of what for the archive, for the audio archive for the past time. I need to finish fixing the metadata, and then I'm going to rsync it over, and then it'll be uploaded in public. So that's exciting.
It is exciting.
It only took us like 6 months. And then there's another project that I'm working on. Oh, the Rivendell. I have a VM set up to actually dev stuff, and I will be getting, should be getting a Mac Mini soon in order to actually start porting things. So that's pretty much it. I've kind of put all the Radio Statler stuff except for the podcast is kind of on hiatus, or is going to be on hiatus for me until the 1st of January, because work is insane for me right now until the end of December. So
I wish I had work. You guys hiring?
You don't want to work where I work. Where I work is terrible.
I get that a lot. My work is work.
No.
We're going through this merger.
I think that's funny that Nick God put that we're hackers, we don't click random links, but you guys already admitted that you clicked the links like 2 minutes ago.
I didn't say I clicked it. I said you click it.
No, I think
I didn't.
Like,
I think
isn't it a natural hacker mentality to click the random links? Like, isn't it? That's what I do. Like, I have like my sacrificial lamb VM just always ready.
Well, yeah, I guess that's. I mean, I don't have my sacrificial lamb VM here, so you know.
What do you mean here?
I'm pretty sure I'm on my sacrificial.
You can make multiple ones.
I could, but my internet connection is not great, so you know. Fuck that.
Can I kick this person?
No, I just muted him. I like watching.
Okay, I'll leave him in. That's fine. Okay, so let's see. I think that's. Is anybody else working on Radio Statler projects? I think the answer is no. At least not anybody who is currently here.
I started working on a personal website. I don't know if that helps. Like, remember?
Oh, you were talking about that.
Yeah. I found this really cool. Hang on, I'll post a link to it that you could all click on. This really cool. Kind of not a website theme, but it is a website theme. Like, do you guys know what Bootstrap is as far as like web design?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think everybody does at this point.
Well, for the random people that are listening to this podcast later, and by that I mean like us and like two of our friends, it's like this minimalized CSS website that you can use to make shit with. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's what I found in the i386 Bootstrap theme, and it's really nice. No, I can't find it. But anyway, really cool.
Alrighty.
Consider it. I bet somebody has. Yeah. Made it into WordPress theme. You can
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? Hey!
I see a bunny's on. And,
Yeah,
and I think
so glad that you guys let me know that you were doing this.
I sent you a message 30 minutes ago.
And
Literally 30 minutes ago, asking
no
if you were
message.
joining soon.
And it's the same date and time every month. So
I know, and I've been sitting here
on
in the
Facebook.
IRC, and nobody's responded. I was talking to Cooter earlier in a Facebook message, and he probably could have messaged me there, literally in multiple places. No!
I messaged you.
Nobody.
Yes.
I'm not getting them, apparently. Anyways, hi.
Bunny.
Who just has the IRC window open? That's weird.
Pan.
See, I said, are you joining soon?
Yeah,
That
well,
was at 8 o'clock.
I don't have
You don't
it.
check
I
Facebook,
hope it's
but you
not 8
just
o'clock,
said
because
that-
8 o'clock is still 30 minutes from now.
Well, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Well,
Yeah,
you
either
just
way, I got no
whatever you
messages
do.
anywhere. And this will be the first time in ever known to man that nobody's on IRC.
I'm on. You just have to ping me so I go look at it.
I pinged everybody before you got on.
It's been on for a very long time.
I don't think I actually
I
have
pinged
extra
everybody before you
songs.
got on. I pinged everybody 10 minutes till 7. Well, no, I guess I just talked to people then. I pinged everybody 20 minutes till 7. Or 8 is your time.
No, now I'm
Well,
on
my
extra.
internet connection sucks. So that's my excuse.
You got nothing to complain about.
Here we go.
You need to have ATG on your roll call?
Check this out. Probably in your spare time, because it's just a game.
Did I decide yes that I was going to MagFest? And if yes, do you still need a ticket? I do still need a ticket. I am intending.
Well, you can have my ticket, because I can't go now.
You're not- Oh no, why not?
Wait, why can't you go?
I can't go because apparently Frontier decides they want to have no more flights after the first week of January, so my flights have been canceled and I have no way of making flights. And if I go through another carrier or whatever, it'll be like $200 more.
Yeah, they ran into some trouble.
What trouble did they run into?
Just they are not selling tickets, and so they are literally canceling flights. They did a big. They just launched here in Chicago.
Yeah.
And they did like a $5 fare special, and still nobody bought any tickets.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. For $5, I would go a place for $5.
It's one of those. Well, I think part of the problem is one of those companies that like nickel and dimes you until you get on the plane, and so I think you get like halfway through the setting it up, purchasing a ticket process, and go, oh fuck this, and then just give up.
Maybe that might be why.
Like, because it's like you got to pay for a carry-on, you got to pay for an under-the-seat carry-on.
You only pay for, you get a personal bag as long as it fits under your seat, and then you pay for everything else after that.
Yeah.
That's
All I know is they weren't selling enough tickets
that's
to be able to afford the fuel for the planes.
Well, could you get? How much is Amtrak? Is probably is more expensive than any flight. So that's probably.
And from St. Louis, it's going to take like a day and a half.
Really? There's not a direct.
Yeah. That is a direct. That's a direct train.
Well, it's a direct-ish.
Oh,
I'd
man.
have to go to Chicago.
Oh,
Switch and then go to there.
Yeah.
Chicago.
So yeah, so I have a ticket
You
I
could.
have to get rid of.
Okay. Then
That
I'll.
sucks.
Marcel De Jong has subscribed to me on YouTube.
You know him.
I have no idea
Yeah, you
who
do.
that is.
It's Mad
or if they
Joe. It's Mad Joe.
That's
and,
Mad Joe?
Yeah, it's Mad Joe.
You know, I've never actually met Mad Joe.
But see, I guess it's been a while since He wasn't able to come to Hope the last few times.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
last.
I've only.
I like the guys that come up to me at Hope, or come up to me in IRC, and they're like, "Dude, it was good hanging out with you at Hope," and I'm like, "Who the fuck were you?"
Yeah. Okay, so.
Who is this person that's not talking and it's not in English?
It's
It's a random that we're just gonna let hang out because reasons.
We're suffering the consequences of our actions.
It was
Yeah,
just
because
It looks
Nick
like
God
one
feels
that
like
was
that
on
he
me.
needs to post the link to the Hangout instead of the YouTube link every time.
Yeah.
It was just the person that was hit on me last time.
Yep, that's part of the reason why there was a guy that hit on you last time.
No. Remember this? Last week we had that random person, and then he was asking for my number.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
We were.
Yeah.
I said that there's no universe where that ends happily for the person who gives their phone number to a random person on the internet.
And I argued.
Johnny, you will argue stuff just to argue stuff, though.
Well, somebody has to.
I mean, that's a fair point. It's a fair point.
You're not. Now we're arguing.
Anyways.
Your mother is a whore.
Why are we going there, man? That's just terrible.
Yeah. Well, it's just an argument up. Now let's move on.
Yep. So, what's new with everybody else? I mean, so right now, Bunny, you're in St. Louis, and there are riots. Are they still going on, or?
They only happen at nighttime.
Because
is it nighttime?
Yeah, it's funny. Like St. Louis turns into Gotham City once the sun goes down.
Yeah, it's usually about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. They start getting violent. Stays quiet through the day. Stays peaceful.
So, did you say last night I saw that you were gonna go defend businesses or something, or?
Yes.
Superhero Bunny.
It is Gotham City. It's the Batgirl.
A small group of us that live here in the neighborhood called Tower Grove South, which South Grand is where they've been protesting, and South Grand is the east border of Tower Grove South. So a bunch of us decided that we didn't want to fuck it up our shit anymore, and so we went up there and kind of stood in front of businesses that didn't board up. Most of the businesses boarded up, and a lot of them had to board up because of the damage they took. And then there's a few businesses like Domino's and Jimmy John's, and there's a bookstore that did not board up, and so we hung out in front of them. And then the event that it got crazy, we're going to kick some ass. But it was very short and brief last night, and I spent a long time out there hanging out. It was actually interesting. They did a lot of damage the first night after the announcement, and so all these businesses boarded up their broken windows, and then lots of other businesses just simply boarded up. And so all day yesterday during the day, South City came up, and what's with the typing? Seriously, the little text messages. I don't really. Anyways, but yeah, the whole city got together and painted the boards, and it was really cute.
Aww.
And then while that happens, Ferguson's on fire and stuff.
Nick God, if you don't want him to be spamming in chat, just kick him.
No, I'm totally cool with it as long as I get to make fun of him.
Yeah, but he's not responding.
He's distracting valuable Radio Statler cursing time away. We're getting the story of
Is it cursing time?
Yes, cursing time. We fucking need cursing time because the FCC won't let us do it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, fuck it.
Thank you.
Everybody say goodbye to the dipshit.
By person, I don't know.
Bye, Rando.
What did I miss, I guess, for the 30 minutes that he was here?
It looked like he was streaming Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
Fucking terrorist.
Not even a good news report either. Anyway, I need coffee from the men.
Okay, so it wasn't too terribly exciting last night for everybody?
No, last night the protesters showed up finally. Well, they were all over last night. There was just small groups everywhere, and they finally showed up down here, and it got kind of heated for a moment. There's the idiots that were all yelling and telling the cops that when they go away, they're going to burn down this place and all that fun stuff. And then there was this stupid-ass kid who walked by fully in a ski mask, carrying a big bag, and he goes and hides the Domino's front up there has kind of like a, what do you call it?
Like a security gate?
No, just the front of the building just kind of goes in a bit. And so there's just a little bit of an opening, kind of like you can kind of step in but not be in the place. But anyways, he hopped in there, and it was right behind me and a couple other people. He started messing around in his bag, and we're like, what the fuck is this kid doing? So one of the girls I'm with, she's like, I'm going to go stand closer. And so she gets closer to him, and the kid's like, says to her, he's like, oh, I'm doing this on purpose. I want to fuck with the police. I want to make them think we're doing something. And then, like, 30 seconds later, here comes, like, 20 police officers in riot gear charging at us. And I just kind of exited stage right. And they took over a little kid. I'm like, you fucking asked for it, so have fun with that. I'm just going to go this way now. Bye.
For fun.
Don't drop soap.
Why would you do that? It's like, I know, let me just fake the cops out who are on high alert.
100% he was looking to get them to come over and arrest him so he can scream, I'm an innocent black guy, look what they're doing to me. That's what he's doing.
That's the part of the whole thing that just pisses me off. It's like, gee, I want to be a victim, I want to prove how loyal I am, and now I'm going to act like a complete fucking asshole to everybody else around me. Yeah! That's productive.
I'm going to set fire to my Walgreens.
And the Walgreens, the Little Caesars, what else? The whole fucking town of Ferguson was on fire.
I think
after announcement.
They're definitely better off. They're better off without the Little Caesars. Like, that's cool. Their pharmacy, their own pharmacy, not the cops' pharmacy. They set their pharmacy on fire.
They completely looted the Walmart, the Toys R Us, the Kmart was burned to the ground.
That's fine. They set their pharmacy on fire. They didn't even loot it. They didn't, like, get the drugs from the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Voice of reason.
No, it was, great. Lots of intelligence brain cells are being used properly the last few days.
The moral from Johnny Christmas is, if you want to attack your pharmacy, loot it before you set it on fire.
Well, yeah, always the things out of it
before you burn.
Don't set the drugs on fire. 98% of drugs don't work that way.
Speaking of Johnny, so you got back from Iceland recently, is that correct?
This is my house now. I'm back. Not calling from.
But you gave a talk, didn't you? Like a security talk?
Explicitly answer your question. Yes, I did get back from Iceland. Thanks for asking.
I don't know. I mean, those Icelandians, they're tricky bastards.
They are. They're not at all. They're not. They're the locals there are. They're goofy. They don't. They have a very carefree mentality, which works great for them. I mean, they live in one of the top 10 freest countries in the world. They have the third freest internet. They just had the first police shooting in the history of the existence of the country. It's a great place, and but there's not a lot going on there. Like, it's a beautiful country, and but it's not like even the major city, Reykjavik. There's only 75,000 people there. There's the tallest building is owned by Deloitte, and it's like 15 stories. Like, it's not a big city, and it's mostly residential.
Yeah.
And so there's just not a lot going on, and nobody goes there. Like, Foo Fighters doesn't go to Iceland, you know. So it's mostly local music, which is cool, which is why I went. They do this huge music festival there called Airwaves, and it goes all week, and it has a bunch of major venues. Like, it's not all in one place. It's like every music venue in the city, plus a whole bunch of off-venue places, which are essentially just bars that have bands. One of them was actually a hot dog stand. there's this hot dog stand by the harbor. It's literally like it's a one-man like hot dog stand, like banana stand, hot dog stand, and the dude got a shipping container, like the big metal shipping crates, like from the ships.
Yep.
And every few hours, like, he'd open the shipping crate and there's a band in there, and then like Jambi from like Pee Wee's Playhouse, like the doors would just open and then there's like some Icelandic metal band in there, and they play like 8 songs and close the doors up, and then you go on your way. And that's like how all the off venue places were. You would just be hanging out, having a drink or eating dinner or something, and then oh there's a band here. And it's all, for the most part, it was local Icelandic bands. They invited the international community to come play there, but not a lot did. Flaming Lips was one of the headliners. It's probably the only band there you guys know. But like for all the Icelandic stuff, it's mostly EDM, and it's mostly deep trance. And so, like, you would you said, I'm going to go down to this venue. Like, you pretty much went into whatever venue had the shortest line, because they were all at capacity. And so it's just you wait in line until enough people leave that you can get in, and you're just there for the night because you're not going to get in anywhere else. But it's, like, invariably mostly trance groups. So, like, 3 hours in, you're lost. You don't know what's going on anymore. You were just so far deep in your own head. And that's what they're into there is just trance. It's all trance. And it totally fits the country and the landscape and what goes on up there. But it's weird. And the locals drink to black out. Like, that's like if you're going out drinking, that's your goal. There's no go out, have a beer, relax for a while, get a couple of drinks. It's not what they do. It's, we're going to get fucking wasted. That's, hey man, what are you doing Friday? Do you want to go get fucking wasted? Like, that's, every local I ran into in the bars that was drinking was just fucking wasted. And then, so that's crazy. But the upside, Reykjavik is a total hub, like an international hub for badasses. All of the tourists who go there are really cool people for the most part, the vast majority of them. To the point where, like, if I hear anyone speaking English with something other than an Icelandic accent, we'll stop them and go, "Hey, man, where are you from?" And invariably, a decent conversation will happen, and with someone who ends up being very intelligent. I never ran into a fucking idiot in Reykjavik, and so that's really fun. We make a lot of international friends there. Like, now I have friends in Sweden. I met there a year ago. Friends in Scotland, the UK, Wales, just people in places that, like, and now we're all Facebook friends, and so another upside to Facebook is you can keep track of those friendships, because, like, I think like 10 years ago, like before Facebook, before MySpace, like if you went to Reykjavik and you met somebody from Sweden and you had a blast and you hung out with them all week and they're like, yeah man, keep in touch, you ever want to come to Sweden? Like, how would you keep in touch with them? You really wouldn't. Like, email was never like a social networking thing.
Yeah.
And you're not going to email out like here pictures of your French toast, but like, and we make fun of that. We go like, it's just a bunch of people posting pictures of food, but like, that's how you keep in touch with somebody. Like, that's how you really stay friends with somebody, is just dealing with the minutia of their life. Like, if I go out to dinner with a friend on Tuesday, like, I'm going to hear about, I got to go to the doctor today, I got a sinus infection, like, but I wouldn't email that to somebody like out of the blue. But so like now, like, I have friends all over the world who are like, yeah man, anytime you want to come here and stay for free in Sweden or Wales, come on out. And like, now I can maintain that friendship so that 2 years from now or 3 years from now when I actually want to, I can go, hey man, I'm thinking about coming to Sweden, and he can go, yeah, cool, come on out, instead of being like, oh man, I haven't talked to this guy in 3 years. That's kind of weird. So, props to social networking in that regard. Yeah.
So how many Facebook friends do you have now, Johnny?
Oh, not a lot. Hang on, let me fix this fire alarm.
Oh boy.
Dinner's ready.
And that was the end of Johnny Christmas, everybody.
All right, sorry. We've got a lot of Thanksgiving stuff going on here. Let me check how many Facebook friends I have, because I meticulously maintain this. 180.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I used to have a goal of keeping it under 100, because I have a set I have a set of rules for like Facebook friends, and it's like if I haven't interacted with you in 6 months, that's the bottom line. Like if I had not had any contact whatsoever with you in 6 months, you're off. We're not friends, because friends talk to each other at least every 6 months.
That's fair.
And yeah, and we're not friends to the point where I want you rifling through all of my shit. And yeah, and so every April and October I go through, and anybody I haven't talked to in 6 months, I just quietly unfriend them. And
be friendly with Johnny. Talk to him in March and September.
Yeah, absolutely. What's funny is like every now and then I'll unfriend somebody, and then like 3 days later I'll run into him in a bar and we'll catch up and be best friends, and I'll be like, God damn it, he's gonna find out I unfriended him. And every time it's somebody like you'll unfriend them and they'll come right back like, why did you unfriend me, man? Is everything okay? And then I just explain the situation. I go, it's just this algorithm I have, and sorry to upset you, and like, we're gonna chat, and we're still friends. Like, we can be friends. It's fine. I have friends in real life that I'm not Facebook friends with because they didn't know how to use Facebook appropriately. Like, and you got to be ready to tell them that too. Like, man, why aren't we friends on Facebook? And you go, man, I don't want to play any games with you.
Has anybody looked at my Facebook today? Because apparently I am a supporter of Anonymous.
Yes.
You're a supporter of Anonymous?
Yeah.
What?
Supporter of Anonymous.
Anonymous is this?
What is that?
Go look at my
does that
Facebook
mean?
page and
No,
scroll
I don't
down.
want to go there. It's
Well,
scary.
you're gonna have to.
I try to get away from Facebook.
Yeah, or like you pick fights with all of my friends, like people you don't know, like knock it off. So, oh my God.
Dinner's ready again. Still.
It needs your love.
She's making soup.
Well, you might want to check on her.
No, I'm not going out there.
Going all right.
The door's closed. Like, you ever see Backdraft? You're on your own.
Johnny, go.
Oh man. So
All
did
right,
you
let's
give a
go
talk
back
while
to
you were in
You
Iceland?
have to reverse engineer his phone number, call him the FDNY or whatever local fire department he's got.
I think. Oh, I don't have his phone number.
Carbon monoxide. That's it. This is the. I'm being killed with carbon monoxide, but I smell nothing. That's the name of this
I have a carbon monoxide detector, and as long as that thing's not beeping, I'm going to call it okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and so like I used to have this rule of 100 friends or less, because I'm like, nobody has more than 100 friends. Nobody talks to 100 people consistently. And like, and I'm up to 180, and October just came and went, and it's like, oh my God, like how? I really do. And like I look through this list, and I'm like, yeah, and it's just. I don't know what to say, but yeah, like there's people that have like 3,000 Facebook friends, and it's like you don't talk to any of these people. There's no way. No, yes, you've had conversations with 3,000 people, absolutely, but like you're friends with, like that you would share these pictures of you with, and the things that you say.
Wasn't there some guy that had like 3,000 Facebook friends, and he's gonna he made a goal to
You have coffee dates
like,
with.
coffee with
yeah.
every single one of them.
Bunny, you remember Tony Patron?
Yeah.
He has he has 1,687 Facebook friends.
He's popular.
Jesus.
Well, and it's just whenever he meets anybody, he gets out his phone and he finds them on Facebook. Which
I
is
have 216, it appears.
But like those people then accepted that friend request. Like that's fucking. And I used to I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago, Facebook had a password reset feature where if you couldn't remember your password and you had lost
your friends.
Your email, you could. It would throw pictures of your friends at you and give you multiple choice of what their name is. And if you guessed 3 friends right, and you'd get like 6 tries. And if you guessed 3 right, then it would let you provide a new password. And so that was a thing they did later. And I'm sorry, let me back this up by saying before that you could pick 3 friends. To reset your password, it would give you your friends list, and you would pick 3 people that you would then talk to personally and give them a passphrase to enter. And so when all 3 of those people enter the passphrase, it would then let you reset the password somehow. Anyway,
you can still do that actually.
Really?
For like password recovery or something. Yeah, like you can have like backup, like some friends that can help you change your password or something.
Sure, this was like on the fly though, like during the I forgot my password process, and so what I would my attack vector was you spam someone a bunch of friend requests over the course of 3 months or 6 months for a bunch of fake accounts you have, and like people just blindly accept friend requests, and then once you've got enough in there, you just go and do the password reset, pick all of your accounts that you have access to, and you're in. And you could do that with both of those situations. It's harder with the multiple choice one because you have to hope that your fake accounts come up, or if
you know who all their friends are.
The other problem with that is if it's a person you personally know, you're gonna be able to guess a lot of their friends' names because you probably have the same mutual friends.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That problem. What they're doing now is, and I submitted a bug report, a bug bounty for this, and they turned me down because they said it was a feature, not a flaw. If you forget your password, they email you a 6-digit code, and then you punch that code in, and then it says, okay, yeah, we said you say you are. Go ahead and provide a new password. The problem is that code entry page doesn't have a retry limit. So you can just number generate that page, and it's only 6 characters. So you're talking a minute.
No, 6 digits, even worse.
Yeah, it's only 6 digits, right? So you're.
Oh dear God!
I found that out at Circle CityCon last year while I was supposed to be doing the CTF. I was actually breaking into Facebook. They didn't give me any points. 0 points for that.
Okay, so is it just is it alphanumeric code or is it just a numeric code?
Digits. Go try it. Try it on your own account right now.
Just digits?
Yeah. It's just digits.
No, I don't. That's 6 digits. That's the stupidest. That is a really tiny key space.
Yeah, it's awful.
Space. It's
hey,
not.
Look, it's more than the pin on your bank.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah.
It's better than bank security.
He said, hey,
two more numbers.
If your bank feels that your cash is secure under 4 digits, we're going to do 6 because your life is more than your cash. I don't know.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
You don't delete your account either.
You don't want to delete your account?
No, they still won't. Facebook won't let you delete your account.
Oh, they just do that stupid where it deactivates it?
Yeah, but they will not. They won't remove any of your data from their systems.
I thought if you deactivated it for 6 months, or like did the delete thing and you waited 6 months without ever signing into Facebook ever again, it would actually delete it.
Doesn't work.
They
Doesn't work.
They retain it indefinitely for use by law enforcement.
Oh.
And indefinitely it means they don't specify, so maybe 7 years, 10 years. But they retain it specifically for that. Specifically for law enforcement. So.
Or at least that's what they say they retained it for.
Well, what else are they going to do with it?
Use it for market research. I mean, it's still a valid profile for you. It's still valid.
If they are using that for market research, then their research sucks.
Yeah, a 6-year-old unused Facebook profile, no market wants that information.
So how are we doing on time? When did we actually start?
Let's call it 15 after.
We
got
started
probably
15
like
after?
Yeah.
We have 10 minutes left? Is that what you said?
10, 15, something like that. It's 9:02, so do the frickin' math.
Okay, yeah, if it's been 15, we've done 45 stuff. Okay, we're good on time. I just wanted to make sure we're doing okay. So let's talk. The next thing that I have on my little list here is talking about net neutrality.
I don't think we have time to adequately cover that one.
In 10 or 15
we
minutes?
have 10 minutes.
Well, I mean,
okay.
Do we have opposing viewpoints on that?
I probably do.
Probably all agree.
Nick God probably does. Yeah, I'm not sure he's allowed to talk about it, given where he works.
No, I'm cool. As long as we don't talk about where I work, it's all good.
Well, except that now you've told everyone where you work inadvertently.
He works at Radio Statler, and that's the official line.
No, but
that's right. We even have a radiostatler.com email address.
We do.
Since we work there.
Radiostatler.com. We have emails at radiostatler.com if anybody wants them.
Yeah. Like it's legit. You get email, you get calendar, you get.
Well.
We're running a free IPA server now, aren't we? So people could identify against anything that can identify against a free IPA server.
Well, it's not public, so you can't just like tie stuff in there. But the idea is to use the free IPA server for off like at the con type stuff, so that we don't have to set people up with accounts or whatever.
That'd be nice.
But we don't have a way for people to self-register yet. Danner's working on that one. Or at least I asked him to work on it.
Yeah.
I asked him to. I'm not sure whether he is or not.
Who's that guy on the kid who bookmarked that thing on Facebook? What's his name?
The kid that bookmarked
Jordan White?
Yeah, he'd want one.
A side pocket? Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest. So look at this. This is it's like the receiver for an audio. It's like an expression pedal, but it uses proximity. So like this is the thing that like would go on your hand. It's for like DJs or whatever, and so how you move your hand changes how the expression pedal output works. And like this is like the receiver, so you got to put it like on top of your stuff, you know, high up out in the open. And like the inputs are on the side, but the power connector is in the front. And so like you've got to run this cord out of the front, like then like into the front of your rack, so you can plug it into the back of your rack. I'm setting my rack up here. And like, there's no way to make this pretty. So that's my complaint.
What exactly are you building with your rack?
Source audio. Oh, it's my guitar rack, so it's
okay.
It's preamp,
Right.
Bass amp, and guitar amp is going to go in there. And it's got a wireless and a power conditioner and a laptop drawer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So I'm trying to make it
That's
look.
vaguely.
What was it?
It's vaguely radio sort of related, kind of. Not really.
Yeah. You want to list all the equipment? Do you want to get nerdy?
I don't think we have enough time to go through all of it. That's a lot of equipment by the looks of it. Does anybody else have any interesting side projects they're working on right now?
See, if it
Or
wasn't
does
for
anybody
the
have any exciting for Thanksgiving?
You're looking at what I'm going to be doing for Thanksgiving.
Defending businesses?
eating cookies, sitting back.
Super money.
Hey, if anybody wants to come down to my house next weekend, we're doing like a second Thanksgiving, so you just got to give me a heads up.
Is this like
So I
second
can-
breakfasts?
Where are you at? You're in a different time zone than me.
Yeah,
Get your passport ready.
yeah, I think so.
But so's Indiana, so where are you at?
South?
Me?
South.
East Coast. Southeast Coast.
I think someone's phone is buzzing.
Nah,
It's not me.
Actually,
Yeah, it's
probably
fine.
not worthwhile.
that's too much of a haul.
How far is it, actually? Let me look that up. I'm now curious.
Yeah.
Google's
Who
beating the
keeps, like,
shit out of me.
Who is doing that?
It's Google on my page trying to push the newest version of the Google Talk plugin on me. Like I'm gonna sit here and install it in the middle of a fucking hangout. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, speaking of Google, I've got an email that they're threatening to possibly delete my one of my accounts for the funniest
Why?
reason ever. Because apparently I tried to be funny, and they thought that I was using Google Wallet to transfer money in trade for sex.
What?
Holy shit, that was the wrong time to take
Trying
make
to
a
be funny.
Yeah, especially
So
considering
you said you were trying.
they're required to monitor for that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I know. Like I just made a funny thing, and it was to ATG, and he's not even in here. He has no idea. I got this message yesterday. I sent money to him through Google Wallet like 3 weeks ago, and I guess they're just now coming across it. But like the words I put with it, you can type a message,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I was trying to be funny. So this
And you
I
were
was
like,
sitting there like-
"Thanks for the blowjob."
I was like for like a week or so before he was coming out here because he just visited or whatever. It was like about a week and a half before he was
Wow, yeah, you phrased
coming to
that.
visit. The message I started off. It says, "This is the first part of your payment for all the sex you're providing me with here in a few days."
So you
And then-
explicitly, it wasn't even an innuendo or something that could be misconstrued. You were
And
like, "Hi,
Google the Google hooker. I love this.
Well, then it was like they should have. Okay, so then it's a parentheses, so they should have actually realized that I was trying to be funny. So in the
yeah, but
parentheses,
you left them
hold
no
on, let me finish my message. Just to get the funny part here. Then in parentheses it says, also, why does it allow me to pick a theme to go with this? Seems a little overkill, and why are there so many themes to choose from? Because I sat here for like 30 minutes going through themes trying to find the right one to send with, and I ended up sending them float like ducks and noodles. Really retarded. Yeah, so it was just meant to be funny, and I just sent this because he was coming here like a week after, and yesterday I got an email from Google saying your Google Wallet account has usually come under review for the terms of service of violation. Your transaction on November 6th, that's when I did it, to blah, 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 with the memo, and then it says my memo. It says in violation of section 6 and 7 of the Google Wallet terms of service for sending money with Gmail. We may decline your process or such transactions or close your account if we identify in the future that you are using your account for these purposes.
You got a one-time warning.
So, note to self, don't use Google Wallet and make it obvious that you're a hooker.
Yeah, that's what Snapchat is for. Has anyone claimed
They just roll out Snapchat Pay.
Has anyone
the
Snapchat cat sending?
Yes.
The part that I can't get over is that the theme that Bunny chose for this imaginary sex payment was like ducks.
It was a pool theme. I was just going through and going through and going through them, and I got so bored. I didn't even come back to the beginning of the themes. I couldn't even, my attention span couldn't make it to the end, and I come up with one that was like a pool and it had like ducks in it and pool noodles, and I was like, "Fuck it, he's getting noodles and ducks." That's what I got.
He was looking for dicks, and that was the closest in the.
I thought it was a typo on the autocorrect from fucks to ducks.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I just got the email yesterday. I haven't even talked to him, so he's not even here to know that my
also got the
message
same
almost got him kicked off the Google account.
Yeah, I'm sure he got the same message.
Would he actually get the same? Even though, because the transaction was from
He was
me.
involved in the transaction, and your message implied that it was everybody.
Can't he contest the transaction?
Yeah, you can just not accept
imply anything, Johnny. It's flat out stated. There was no.
If you could get someone kicked off of Google by just spamming them sex for money payments for like a penny.
Also, hold on, since he's not here either, I will have to text him and ask him if he got an email from Google.
Asking him to be celibate.
I'm just going to ask him if he got an email from Google about Google Wallet. I'm just going to leave it at that. And if he says no, I'll just be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, except for he's going to watch this at some point.
No, he probably won't.
No, he's not.
He's not going to watch it.
He does.
I'm pretty sure the only people who watch it is us.
I don't.
You
he
know?
was supposed to be here too today, and he's not.
Yeah, and Nanner was supposed to be here, but he apparently had a huge headache when he got home and fell asleep.
That's such a
And woke
girl
up, 5
excuse.
minutes ago.
Here's another.
Such a girl excuse.
I have a
I
headache.
couldn't do the podcast. I have a headache. I have a headache. I can't do it tonight.
So I've got this.
I'm washing my hair.
Your hair needs washing.
My hair does need washing. That'll give you.
So I've got this wireless receiver, and it's about 1U, right? But it's clearly it's not wide enough, so you need an adapter to fit it in a standard rack. The company sells the 1U adapter, which is really just ears that go on either side, like a network switch or whatever.
Right.
$40 for just
$40.
$40, and if you want, and that doesn't. And see, it's got the antennas in the back. If you want the antennas in the front of your rack, where they should be, instead of inside your rack with all of the electronic
Put
equipment,
them on the front.
that's another $30. And you have to buy both, or you can buy the whole kit for like $100. And it's literally like scrap metal with some holes punched in it.
Yeah.
Is it Sennheiser or is it Shure?
It's Sennheiser.
Yeah, Sennheiser's rapey with that shit.
Do you have any rack mount kits for?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I do, and I even have the one where you can put the antennas in the front.
I will trade you. I will send you 3 Linksys wireless and prosumer routers or access.
He did not. Just so everybody knows, he did not receive an email from Google Wallet.
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
Seriously, do you want to trade?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Business.
That's the first useful thing we've done on this podcast.
The best, because that was the only thing that I haven't. That's the only thing I haven't been able to hack a rack mount kit for. Because Gallion Kruger for the bass amp, same thing. They want $40 for a couple of little tiny rack ears.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And they purposely offset
with rack.
What?
Couldn't you just get a half-width rack for less than that?
Well, no, because I want to. Here, I'll show you. I want to put it in my rack with everything else. And so, I don't know why I'm showing you this. Anyway,
it's fucking awesome.
for this thing, and, like they offset the screws on either side where you would put the ears on, so you can't even just get a pair of like rack ears from a Cisco switch or something because the screw holes aren't in the right place. And so I actually took some rack ears from an old ASA unit, and just used some self-tapping metal screws and just said, "Where you go now?" And it works. And it's been in there, so it hasn't fallen out yet. But yeah, I would love to have the rack mount kit for that Sennheiser.
Yeah, I'll go dig it out. I don't exactly know where it is, but I'll go dig it out.
Okay.
Damn, that's being annoying.
Yeah, you should be me. So I think that's probably about at the time. I wish it had a little. It seems like about an hour.
It feels like an hour.
Is that? It feels like an hour. Like, did it take too long? Was it too boring for you, Neo?
No, this was pretty good when we got Johnny on.
So obviously that's the trick.
When I'm not there.
All right. Well.
Can we all
should
send
go
money
watch them.
to Google Wallet for Johnny's services now?
Yeah, I am a professional MC. It's on my resume now. After Iceland, I officially was like, all right, I need to put this on the resume now. So if I can receive payment for my services, I can list Radio Statler as a source of employment. At which point I would definitely need an email address.
You put it all together.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't. You can get if you send me $1, like that. Still,
that counts.
That's all Steve Jobs got paid for. How long?
He was a dick.
All right.
Like, I like how you.
All right.
Well, what somebody's pay should be.
Catch you next week or next month, whatever the shit is.
Yeah, sometimes.
Hey, the last Wednesday of the month, is that going to be like an actual holiday? Like, isn't New Year's Eve on Wednesday?
Oh shit!
It is. So our next podcast will be New Year's Eve.
Have fun with that.
So.
That might be fun. Like if we do it at like 10 p.m. or something, like wherever you're at.
Are we all just going to show up and then be here to wish each other in 2 different time zones Happy New Year?
No, get out at like 10:30, 11 when you got a few drinks in you, and just get out your phone wherever you're at and just be like, ooh, and we'll do selfie podcast.
I think
can
that
do
would be
it.
really amusing.
This is my selfie impression. I don't know.
You gotta like do the duck
You've
face.
never done a selfie.
Duck face and deuces. Okay, there you go.
That's
That's
great
sad.
right there. All right. Well, let's sign off. This has been your Radio Statler podcast, episode 4, with Beaches, Neo Amsterdam, Nick God, Johnny Christmas, and Bunny Byrne. You can join the conversation and keep in touch with us.
What the hell did you just say?
He called me Bunny Byrne. No one ever calls me actually Bunny Byrne. It just stops at Bunny.
All right. Now I know.
It was just
So
weird.
Join the conversation.
Killed it with that.
Is that what
Sorry.
people? Is that what your mom calls you when you're in trouble?
No.
Bunny Bird.
I have enough times that they're having the leader post my Facebook because I'm like, stop using my real name on Facebook, Mom.
He's probably the only one who will.
All right. So you can join in the conversation on IRC server 2600.net, channel #radio-statler, Twitter @Radio Statler. We have a Facebook group. Obviously, we have a Google Plus group, or else we couldn't do this. And you can email us at radio@hope.net, or we now have radiostatler.com addresses, so you could ask us for that. And we enjoyed having you guys, and we'll catch you next time. Happy Thanksgiving.